What's going on, guys? JFC here. It's Future Stars Team 2 today. I made another video earlier yesterday. I had a double upload. If you missed that video, go check that out. We talked about like the state of FIFA, why the market is booming right now. A little more in depth in that video because there's a lot that kind of goes with all that. So we talked about a lot of that in that video. If you missed it, go check it out. But Team 2's today, we got some leaks. We'll look at all that stuff. Let's start off by looking at the content that we got. If you guys don't want to deal with trading at all, you guys can go to the link in my description. Go to u7buy.com. They're a fast and very reliable coin service. The 5% tax is also covered. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. Thank you to U7Buy for sponsoring the video. Now let's get back to it. We got a Carlos Vela SBC, and the card is actually pretty decent. But then again, the problem with these, like with these types of players, is the Mexico links, the LAFC links. Yes, Gareth Bale, obviously, many people have completed him, but there's no real game mode to take this kind of player into. You know, that's a whole separate thing that they've got to fix next year. Because once there is a use for cards like this, like genuine kind of like this guy will fit into a Mexico team for you, then you can go play in a certain game mode that's, you know, very casual. That will be when FIFA is at an all-time type of fun level where we can kind of get that sort of game mode that's very casual, right? That would be very fun. But this card doesn't look bad by any means. Like finesse shot trait, outside foot shot trait, it's just not great because of the 3-star weak foot, and just like there's a few stats in here that aren't amazing. But he's definitely not a bad card, and he's pretty cheap too. I actually thought they'd probably like price this guy kind of high to make people try and who needed the Bale links to really put some fodder into him, like an 85 rated squad or something like that. But the actually went with just an 82 and an 83. But Vela is like a good card, but the problem is just the game mode. There's no game mode to take that kind of card into really, because it's probably not going to make your main team, right? So we got marquee matchups as well, which just gave some supply to cards, which we will look at in a little bit as well. There was also a swap token in it, by the way, in that first segment. So make sure you guys go and do that. By the way, I was searching through my club, right? Just like kind of like looking through, see what loan players I had to try and just throw into my division rivals team for the night. I was scrolling down here, and all of a sudden, I just saw a card that I had no idea existed. And it's this Iker Bravo card. Future Stars Iker Bravo. He's just in my club. He's tradable. I was like, where did this guy come from? I was dumbfounded as to where this guy came from. Then I figured out if you had Iker Bravo's bronze card in your club, he accidentally changed to a Future Stars card. So if you had his bronze in your club, you got this card. This is going to be a Team 2 card, I guess. He's 4-star, 4-star, high, medium. There's a couple good stats in here. There's a couple bad stats, like 70 composure is pretty bad. He's got pretty high finishing and high pace, so he's not the worst card ever, but not somebody you're probably going to put in your team. But to check for this guy, if you had Iker Bravo, he's in your club, but it's a hilarious EA mistake. Remember, we had the Ericsson issue last year that people made a shit ton of coins on. That was like a similar thing where he got changed to his promo card if you just had his gold card. God knows how any of that stuff happens. I mean, I have no idea. Fabio Carvalho. Let's get into the leaks now. Our first card leaked is the Liverpool player. Remember, Sheriff accidentally leaked the wrong player last week. He said Fabio Carvalho was coming, instead it was Fabio Vieira, and now Fabio Carvalho is coming in Team 2. So he is coming for your Liverpool fans out there who were pretty disappointed after he did not come in the first team. Tyrell Malacia. This card is going to be probably really sick, honestly. Malacia's, if I remember right, his body type in game is really nice. I think it's a little stockier, and I think he's really I think he's going to be a really good fullback. Like I was saying before, Team 2, I think, is going to have better cards in it. As we could look through here, Kvaratskhelia is leaked. Thank God. I think these are the official stats, right? Is that what he said here? Yeah, stats official. And the stats aren't amazing, but I'm curious to see if they give him 5-5. Because obviously he has base 4-star weak foot, or sorry, he has base 5-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves. So I do wonder if they didn't juice him a ton because he's 5-5. They like to sometimes the 5-5 cards not give him 93 pace and 89 shooting because he would be like 4 million coins. Like these stats are probably better than Cherky's, and Cherky's obviously like 500 plus thousand. So I hope they give him 5-5. I think he deserves it. He's got 93 dribbling on this card. That is so good, and I'm very excited to use Kvaratskhelia. Jamal Musiala is leaked. Thank goodness. Are these stats official? Yes, they are. And they're not that great. Honestly, they're worse than you would expect for a Jamal Musiala card, I'll be honest. Now his in-game stats could be better than kind of his face stats are. We kind of just have to see, but I'm pretty disappointed by these in-game stats, or these face stats, sorry. If he has 5-star skills, though, definitely need to look at his in-game stats first. Can't make too much of a judgment on that face card. Doesn't look bad by any means, but just I don't know if it's going to be amazing. Here's a big one. So scoreboard in the database, 89 plus Prima World Cup icon pack added to the database. That's a really good icon pack, really. 89 plus prime only, or World Cup icon, which all the World Cup icons are pretty good, at least most of them. So that's a really good fodder pack, really good gamble pack. And we'll look at fodder in a sec here because I'm very interested. I'm very interested if we get that pack on Monday. The fodder might rise a lot. Now, Enzo Fernandez, these stats here, I think these are expected. Yeah, these are stats that are expected. And if these are his stats, that's a crazy card. I expect Enzo to be really juiced, honestly. He's one of the better or more hyped up players in the promo. Badiashile is also confirmed. These stats are also just expected. Another French center back, add him to the collection. Kind of have to see what his pace is. Obviously, the most important thing really of center backs is pretty much pace. At least it has to be like above a certain threshold. So we'll see what his pace is. We've got another academy player leaked. That's Jacob Ramsey. These stats are not confirmed, but Ramsey is going to be an academy player. And I hope he kind of gets a really juiced out card for his final one. That would be pretty cool. If maybe it'll be FUT Champions playoffs again. It'd be cool if we had, like, say this card was high work rates. Like, this would be a good card. 84 pace, 89 dribbling. These stats are just a guess, obviously, but still, I would like that if those were, like, close to his official stats. We still have not seen Nuno Tavares either, an academy player that was leaked. There's the Iker Bravo situation here. Everybody that had him in their club now has him. The other Timber, we got two Timbers in this promo, is they're twin brothers. I didn't realize that. They're twin brothers. This is the one that was linked to Man United, of course, in the summer. That plays for Ajax. And my guess is they will give this card quite a bit of juice because he's Eredivisie. 87 pace, something like this. It's probably going to be something like this. And Timber, I think I used him last year. Good center back. So we have actually some EAFC leaks, believe it or not. Yes, we do. And this literally so happened to come out like this morning. I didn't even see this. I talked about in my video today that I think that EAFC Ultimate Team is going to be a lot different than we're used to seeing in terms of a yearly FIFA cycle change. You know, we see usually a few more game modes added. There's not like a ton of difference in the course of just 1 year. I think this year's going to be a lot different than that. This says crossplay is coming to pro clubs in FIFA 23, or sorry, EA Sports FC in 2023. New arena mode also in the works for EA Sports FC. I don't know what that means. And then Ultimate Team revamp. And then more to be revealed in summer 2023, maybe earlier. I think the core of it's going to say, you know, mostly the similar, but we will see some differences for sure. But if you subscribe to the channel, of course, we'll be looking at all of that whenever the news breaks, you know. We'll be breaking down all that stuff. Market right now, similar to where we have seen it. Couple things people said to my other video I uploaded yesterday. They were saying another reason that the market's up right now is because there's qualifiers this weekend. Like, wouldn't that cause a lot of cards to rise? And you are right about certain cards, right? Like the really, you know, the thing about the cards that are going to be in pro teams. You're only talking about a range of probably like 40 cards that would be in pro teams. You know, it's very limited. If you go and watch pro tournaments, there's not a lot of variation in the team. We're talking Alawayron, Yaya Toure, Janola. Those kinds of cards could possibly be a little bit more inflated because of a pro tournament going on this weekend, or sorry, pro qualifier going on this weekend. But the entire market is going way up, right? Trent Alexander-Arnold, 398 now. I was using him last week at like 280. And I remember he was up from where he was, like way up from where he was. 396 now. Just certain cards right now are just flying. Every single day they just seem to go higher. Now, I didn't talk about this yesterday, but remember we called it a couple days ago. I was like, Cody Gakpo, right? There's not many PSV cards. I clicked on the wrong one. There's not many PSV cards that are in the game. And if Javi Simons gets a special card, this card's probably going to be very in demand. And what ended up happening was he actually was rising because of that kind of theory. Then we got that Timber SBC. So if you bought Cody Gakpo, he's up 30K from where we looked at him. And of course, I only bought one because I don't listen to myself. 30K profit, but if you bought like 5, think about how much profit you just made on one like trade, basically. Plus a leak of Timber, I think is making Gakpo rise right now. If you have this card, I'd probably sell it in the hype. I think that's probably going to be the best idea. I think it's a little bit riskier to just kind of wait and see what happens. We have no Javi Simons leaks, right? So I wouldn't count on him coming, which is disappointing. Definitely disappointing. I guess they're saving him for next year. We've seen them do that before with Future Stars. They kind of saved them for next year. I think they did that with Ansu Fati. I feel like they saved him for like a year later. It's a couple cards I've done that with. So yeah, market. Some cards still going up, some cards staying the same, some cards going down. The cards in packs, Future Stars cards in packs, went down today. Most of them. Some of them did not. We'll look at that right now. Alvarez didn't really. Mudryk didn't really. They kind of stayed the same. But Adeyemi went down like 10, 15K. Same with Gvardiol. He went down earlier today, like to 300K or so. Way he went down. Cherki went down like 50, 60K today. He was 630, 640 yesterday. Marquee matchups played a pretty big role in that, and also Team 2 looks very good. So when you have those two things combined, this is a much better time to look at buying Future Stars cards. Unfortunately, no Mukoko leaks, so Bundesliga theory, probably not as great as it was, because that card would be a little bit cheaper and French. So people would really want to link that card in the team. And Musiala's, at least his face stats, don't necessarily look insane, so we kind of have to, you know, Bundesliga might not be the move anymore, unfortunately. I like it less than I did like 24 hours ago. I still think Gavi is one of the better ones, honestly. I think Gavi's an insane center mid, and it's like fairly easy to link him because PK has a meta card right now, like somewhat meta, and he's a hyperlink. Pedri has a team of the year honorable mention. there are ways to link Gavi in your team, and he's very good. So I think Gavi's one of the better ones I probably like. There's not a ton, there's not a ton simply because center backs are pretty easy to come by. There's always more center backs getting added in promos every single time that are meta. So they don't tend to do too well out of packs. Now let's look at fodder, because right now you're looking at like 83s to like 1.6K, which is pretty crazy. And 84 is going down today, which is good. 85 is not going down. 86s are going down a little bit. The marquee matchup supply definitely helped with fodder prices today. 88s are, going down like 1,000 or so, same with 89s. Not a ton, but what I will expect to see this weekend really is fodder to drop a little bit over the weekend. Now, we have seen gamble packs come out on Sunday a lot more recently. So what I would do, there will not be a video tomorrow. I would say that tomorrow at this time, look and see if fodder is down a little bit from this point. It could even come out on Saturday. Now, obviously, the longer you wait, the more they have a chance to drop. But if you don't buy the card before the SPC comes out, then you're not going to make any coins. So you kind of have to buy at just what you think is the lowest price. And I think that I would buy some on Saturday morning, and then I would buy some on Saturday night. Because if I had to guess, I would not be shocked if we saw it come out on Sunday instead of Monday, because I think fodder will go up quite a bit from this. Now, this is a very good gamble SPC. So I like the higher rated ones a little bit more. I'd say 87s are a really good shout. 88s as well. See if they go down a couple more thousand over the course, maybe like Saturday night, see if they're a couple more thousand down. That will be a really nice price, I think. I think the floor of fodder is much higher. So as we used to see, 87s would be 17 or 18,000, even less than that sometimes. I think now the floor probably looks more like 20,000, 21,000. Just speculation, but that gamble pack looks really good. I definitely want to invest in fodder before that comes out. So unfortunately, you just kind of have to guess what the right buy time is. EA have done a very good job of being unpredictable with the gamble packs now, because it was very easy at the start of the year to kind of predict when they were coming. They would have basically always come out on Monday. And now, you just never know. But I think that's going to be it for the video. I love you all. Check out my video yesterday if you missed it. I'll see you next video very, very soon. Peace.